Welcome to the Bot Signal, your home for news and views about messenger chatbots. Today, let's talk about those speaking engagements. Maybe you're super new at it. Maybe you're an old hand at these things, but a bot can boost the impact of your speaking engagements. So, first, let's just go over what usually happens. You've worked really hard to get that speaking engagement. You get there, your speech is clearly well rehearsed because you're a professional. So then you get up to the microphone, you gauge the engagement of the audience, you give the speech of your life. And then people line up to talk to you, to greet you, to shake your hand, to exchange business cards, to make a connection. And here's the rub: you really don't have a whole lot of time right there, right now. Also, there are people that look at that line, want to talk to you, and think that there's no way that they could possibly talk to you, so they walk away and do something else. Or there's that inevitable Q&A period where there's silence for a little bit, and then finally somebody comes to the microphone, and then people have more and more questions, and then you have to shut it down because someone else is coming in the room. All of this engagement can be transferred into a bot. A lot of it is, your engagement at a conference seems to be truncated a lot by the available time and the available space. Well, darling, you can expand your available time and your available space by using a chatbot. We'll get into that in just a sec. There are 4 things that you can do before the event even starts to boost the impact of your speaking engagement. So, number 1, take Q&A questions right inside your bot. Listen, I know you're going to have probably that, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the end where people can ask you questions. There will be people who hop up to the microphone. That's really wonderful. But there are a couple of people who will not walk up to that microphone. They're going to keep their butts glued to the seats. And those people are, let me introduce you. Number 1 is shy. Number 1 is shy. Listen, there are people who just will not get up and talk in public during a speaking engagement. They're just not going to do it, especially if you're a person who coaches on vulnerable topics, or if you're talking about vulnerable topics at all. There are some people who just are never going to get up to the microphone, no matter how much you smile and how welcoming you seem. Okay. The other person who's never going to get up to the microphone is the one named Busy. And Busy will also never get up to the microphone because they figure they will just try to contact you later. So give Shy and Busy their opportunity to have a voice. Let them, ask people what their Q&A questions are even before the event happens. Another thing that you can do, of course, my friends, is do a reminder sequence. Remind people one day before, remind people where and when you're going to be 1 hour before. This is great stuff because, listen, it'll feel like you are personally reaching out to people and asking them to come. And that is the one tried and true method of getting people to an event. So setting up a reminder sequence, it's 2 messages. It is super easy to do. Okay. Third thing that you can do, get input on your topic. Just get input on your topic. Hey, I'm going to be talking about this. Is there anything specific that you might want to hear about in this talk? And then, let them roll. You may or may not take the direction people are giving you, but it's always feedback from your people, which everybody desperately needs, right? Feedback from your people as to what they want to hear about from you. And every single one of the people that get this message, that get this question, will feel cared about and will feel suddenly they will feel like a part of the talk. It's no longer just you up there broadcasting to, however many people are in the audience. It's much more of a 2-way conversation now, and people feel involved in the results. What better way to build a following than to involve people in the results? And number 4, tell them a little bit more about you. Hey, they're there. They're interested in hearing you speak. Why not take the opportunity to tell them a little bit more about you? Video is great for this. Audio is fine too. A PDF, an image, whatever you want to do. Tell them a little bit more about you and why you do what you do. It can be a really simple message or it can be a long one. Up to you. But those are 4 ways you can engage people before the show. There are 3 things that you can do during the event that will boost the impact of your speaking engagement. 1, you can answer those Q&A questions that people submitted through your messenger bot. You can even refer to the fact that that's where they submitted those questions. You can also invite people to connect with you right inside the chatbot. There's no reason why the people that subscribed before the event are the only people that you can have subscribe for your speaking engagement. Absolutely not. Invite people to connect with you there and share that unique selling proposition, right? What is it about connecting with you on your chatbot that is different than anywhere else they can connect with you? For me, I tell people that it is, you can get a lot of news and information and free classes and cool stuff like that. But you can also connect with me one-on-one, which you really can't do with the other platforms. You can have a conversation with me if you want to, a conversation that might lead to a phone call. So let them know, invite people to join your messenger bot during the show. Bonus added tip, why not have an after party for the speaking engagement at the event? Why not tell people that you are having an after party and the time and location is going to be sent out through the bot? It's going to be sometime on Sunday in the bar. You'll send the time out through the bot. So, hey, if you want to subscribe, go to your link here and people will then subscribe. They will get in touch and connect because they've been told, what is the unique selling proposition. They've been, they've also been offered an extra opportunity to connect with you besides just standing in line for an hour and then having 30 seconds to shake your hand. After the event, there are 4 things that you can do to boost your engagement. Now, none of this is going to replace standing in line at the end, exchanging business cards and hugs with people. That's going to stay. But this is expanding that experience. Okay. So, first of all, number 1 here, thank your attendees. Hey, little human touch goes a long way these days, doesn't it? Go ahead and put out a message to everybody who said they were interested in attending and just thank them and tell them you had a great time. Also, ask follow-up questions. Is there anything that you would have liked to hear that you didn't? Did you hear anything that impacted you personally? What was it? Those kinds of questions, open-ended stuff that will get people thinking and responding and connecting to you. Third, just give them your PowerPoint or whatever you used to present or any other small gift, free PDF, whatever it is. Bot is a perfect way to distribute that stuff. And finally, invite them somewhere else if you'd like. If you have a Facebook group you'd like them to join, if you're creating a Facebook group, if you have a private forum somewhere else, if you'd like them to see your YouTube videos, whatever it is, you can use the opportunity to invite them somewhere else. So, my friends, that's what I have today. Go out there and boost that speaking engagement. Thanks for listening today. You can find full episodes of The Bot Signal on your favorite podcast player. And if you have the Anchor app, stop in, ask me a question, leave me a voice message, and I'll include it on my next show. If you're completely new to bots and you don't know what's going on there, visit me at checkoutmybot.com. Start a conversation with me, take my free mini course. It's all available. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in a bot.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.